So this is part 2 of golf in Taiwan. I've played Kaohsiung, I've played Hsinchu, I've played Hualien, but we're not going to talk about those. We're going to talk about where I can drive within an hour or under an hour from Changhua. So we're talking Changhua, Yuanlin, Taichung, Nantou, and Miao Li. Don't go there too much, but we'll talk about it a little bit. And so we're focusing on the central western plains and foothills of Taiwan. So the first one that I want to mention is CCK. CCK was a former U.S. Air Force base and is now a Taiwanese Air Force base. So right next to one of the holes, there is a runway, and almost every time I go, you can see these fighter planes taking off. So it's like a diversion to your diversion, right? So there's, you play golf as a diversion, as the, I guess the British say that. But right next to you will be fighter planes just, revving up and taking off. And I just love that. Some people would think it's a distraction, but I think it's cool. And then when you're playing the course, you'll see these fighter planes fly over in formation, just the power behind those things. And one time when we were there, they were actually shooting rounds. They were like flares. I guess they're like fake rounds to practice shooting missiles. But that was pretty neat to look up and see these flares coming off of the bottom of these fighter jets. So CCK is a little bit cheaper than the other courses, and it's one of the only places where you walk it. You can walk the course. You do have a caddy, but they have a motorized that one was in Taichung. And incidentally, a lot of these courses are on the web. You can look up golf.net.tw, and even if you can't read Chinese, you can see each hole. They're listed on this website for all the courses centered Taiwan, and you click on the hole, and then you can see the distance, where the bunkers are, and the water features, etc., and the greens. So check it out. The second one I will mention is, here's another abbreviation, TCGCC. It's the Taichung Golf and Country Club. It's not to be confused with Taichung International. The Taichung Golf and Country Club used to be called Xinnong. In fact, if you look it up on GPS maps, sometimes they'll still have those characters there. So be aware of that, Xinnong. This is also by the airport. This is by the domestic airport in Taichung. It's in the Daya district, and it's a nice course. It's not terribly difficult, not too long. A little pricey if you play on the weekends and holidays. I just was there the other day, and it cost me over $100. That's with a meal. It's 27 holes, guys. So you can kind of mix it up. Play, there's west, central, and east. The west and the central, I think, share a tee box. So, and that's one of the things that you'll have. It's true for another course called Feng as well. The next one is Taichung International with 27 holes. There are 10 of those 27 holes are with water, and so that presents a challenge. When you go into the clubhouse, it's really an impressive lobby with huge high ceiling. It's in the Beitun district of Taichung, and most people are giving it an average of 4 out of 5 stars. The next one I will mention is Feng. Sometimes it's printed as Feng, as a misprint in some of their brochures. This place, the drive up there is really nice. It's steep, and you can see the 9 Peaks mountains. And this place has these huge stadium lights. I've never played at night, but I assume this is for night golf. Pretty long, it's 6,862 from the white tees. That's in yards, and it's not flat, guys. It's and ladies, there's incline and decline on these holes. It makes for a challenging course. One of my Taiwanese friends loves it, I think because his friend has a membership there. I think I love it too, but I have a rough time there. So if you want a good score, you want to avoid that one. Just play it once. They have a nice restaurant coming in and going out, right? You have the clubhouse restaurant is on the second floor, and because of the decline or incline of the courses on the second floor, when you look out, you can watch people finish up. You can watch their approach shots, is what I'm trying to say. it's pretty neat to see people finish up their round. And then it's also near, Wufeng is the home of the 921 Earthquake Museum. If you lived through that earthquake, it's really moving to go there. They actually preserve a school and the track as it was right after the earthquake, and they built a museum there. Changhua Golf Course. All right, that's my home course. It's medium distance. It's hard. I mean, this is the place where I learned how to play golf. So, scores of 117, 120 are still vivid in my memories. Fairly new renovation. I used to go there all the time they have 2 practice greens, and a buddy and I used to sneak on the course and just practice at the putting greens, chipping and putting until we got caught. I don't like they have a big tower there, one of those electricity, bzz, buzzing, the power towers. That's right over one of the practice greens. So use the other practice green. Also nearby is Taichung, or also pronounced Tai Fong. So the H's and F is kind of blurred in the Taiwanese language. So that's why you have that. But this is in Yuanlin. It's very near Daya University. And it is newly renovated. There's 2 Portuguese architects who designed the new clubhouse. So pretty neat. Last time I was there, it was under construction. It might even be open now for you. It's a quality course. There's nice views, and this was home. They hosted a LPGA event in the past, 6,600 yards from the white tees, the regular tees. And the coolest thing about this course is that they have these screens on the cart. So you have a digital scorecard, and then when you finish your round, you go in and pay for your round, and you get a printout of your scorecard. Now, there's 2 courses in Nantou that I've been to. I've been to Nantou Golf and Country Club, and I've been to Nan Fong. One of these 2, I think, is called Song Bowling. You guys can write in the comments if you know about this. But the neat thing about Nantou is the tee fields. It's very beautiful. The Nantou Golf and Country Club is 65.26 for yardage off the regular tees, and the Nan Fong, which was designed by Lee Trevino, by the way, is 6,600 yards. I don't remember too much from those, and it's been a while since I've been there, and I didn't take too many notes on that. So we'll just move along to some of my more favorite courses. So last but not least, well, I got a couple more, is Zhongxin, provincial capital of the ROC. Taiwan's provincial capital of the ROC is located in Zhongxin Village, and there's a government workers golf course there. Zhongxin Village has sidewalks. I like that about the place. You could check out my other video where I run around there. And they have cabins and really neat course itself is a 9-holer, and you play it twice. So if you play it twice, it's 6,666 yards. But when you go through the second time, the first and the 10th hole have 2 greens, so you just play a different green the second time around. This is another place where you can use a caddy, but it's a push cart, so you walk it, and if you're a member, you can just pull your own cart. They're exempt from having to use a caddy. It's probably the only place that I know of where you can do that if you're a member. And then the weird thing about, well, there's a couple of cool holes. One is that there's a really short hole where you could just use a wedge. You're up on the top of like a cliff, and you just give it a short hit and put it on the green. That's a fun hole. And a weird thing is that you are given these coupons, or you buy coupons, which you use like a minute later when you pay for your round, and it makes it a lot cheaper. Speaking of 9-holers, there's a golf course called Taiping in Taichung, and I haven't been to it, but I heard it's pretty tough, and this is hot off the press. My friend just told me there are plans in the works for making Taiping into an 18-hole golf course. Here's one of my favorites. It's Feng Yuan. I love Feng Yuan. It's a short course, and it's the first place where I broke 100. The cool thing about this course is one of the holes, Your caddy drives the cart onto a lift. The lift goes up the side of a mountain, and then you get the cart drives out. It's like being on a roller coaster, but you don't go down, you just go up. And then once you get to the top, you drive. It's 4 or 5 par hole, I forget. And check it out. It's also, I told you about the golf.net.tw. You can check out each hole on there, but it's also on swingbyswing.com. Swing by swing, one word. That also shows an aerial view of Feng Yuan. One more hole is that, I think it's a par 3, where there is a hillside next to the green, and you can actually hook your ball into the hillside and have it roll down and go onto the green. I'll just finish up with 2 more. There's 2 courses I've been to in Miao Li. One is the Royal Country Club, and the other one is the National Garden Golf Club. I don't have much to say about Royal. I don't remember too much of that, but the neat thing, I keep saying cool, about the National Garden Golf Course is the Grecian statues, naked people, and rock formations on each hole of the 18 holes of that golf course. It's a very North American style course, tough back 9. So there you have it. Those are some of the courses that I do frequent in central Taiwan. Thanks for watching.